Good, good. So you get the idea that we're doing okay and that it was our first day and we're able to get some invoices out. Okay? Move It employees, how's it going? Outsort clerk?
Great.
Great. See, good attitude. Working through the whole day. Wait fee, distance fee clerk. I was a little concerned because we gave you twice as much work as anyone else. How did it go?
And it went well.
Went well.
Yeah.
Everybody else seems to like working here.
Yeah, I don't really like working here because I can't keep up and you know, so it's not a very good job.
But could you understand what your process was? Yes. Yeah. It looked like everybody knew how to do their job. Did you understand the overall process?
No.
No. Nobody really understood the overall process. Does that matter? If we can do our job, right? I know what my job is, just leave me alone. I do my job, I do it well. Isn't that sufficient? No. We need to understand the overall process. Why?
To improve it, if we need to.
To improve it. You can't improve something, you can't effectively fix something if you don't understand what it is and don't understand where your role fits in that big picture of the overall process. How do you like working at the Move It company? Well, sounds like everybody likes it except the insort clerk. Oh, Courier, you were pretty busy.
Very efficient.
Very efficient, busy, but you seem to be, once you got in the swing of things, it was a good job to have. So how would you describe your job here at Move It? Energizing, good job?
Yes, I do like it, yes. On the go.
Excellent. Customers, how do you feel about the Move It Corporation?
Well, it started off well, but I seem to be just sending out packages and not getting too much back. So, and when I did my log, I had quite a few rejects, but everybody seemed to be very busy, so I have to question why that is.
That's interesting. Everybody was very busy, but the results weren't what we expected. Well, any parallels to the real world? Right? This is just a simple simulation. You walk in, we sit you down. Are there any parallels to what goes on in the real world?
Yes.
Such as?
Such as one person does the most work.
Such as, seems like a few people seem to be doing the bulk of what goes on, right? We'll talk about that later, that 80-20 or that imbalance amongst things.
I would say it was the same sort of thing, that sometimes the large majority of the work
You
is
never
done.
really know what someone else is doing, so you always feel like you're the busiest person. You're overwhelmed, but you're wondering why it's just
in the long run, you haven't gotten much done.
Seem to be working really hard and not getting much done. Right? That's very motivating, isn't it? What about job descriptions? On your first day, in the job you have right now, or not even your first day, even today, maybe your 5th year in that role, do you have work instructions or anything that specifically lays out, here's what's expected of you, and here's the type of work you should be doing? Exactly. I'll take that silence as a, well, no, I mean, everybody just kind of knows. Feedback. So, customer north, how many packages did you send out?
I sent out 30. Not all were picked up.
Okay. Were any of them late?
Yes, all of them were late.
All of them were late. Were any of them sent to the wrong location? The approach we're going to be using uses this DMAIC, Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, Control roadmap. And we're going to follow those steps in that sequence. So before we jump in and start changing our process, we have to clearly define who's my customer and what's important to them. And then we'll collect some measures to help me understand where is my process letting me down. Something called a SIPOC. And SIPOC is an acronym. As you can see, it stands for Supplier, Input, Process, Output, Customer. So we're in the define phase. We're not analyzing anything yet. We're just defining things. This tool allows me to define what is the process that I'm focused on. It allows me to define what outputs should this process or is this process generating, who's the customer. It allows me to define the inputs and the suppliers of those inputs. You can do a SIPOC for any process.